How did we get there from Whitney Cummings, though, you might ask? Whitney Cummings, Malibu Farms, Malibu Wines. Oh, there were fires. There were fires in California. How the fuck did we get to the streetwear thing?
Because you're thinking about insurance.
Insurance. Malibu Wines. Okay, well, oh yeah, Caitlyn Jenner, the insurance on her house, the insurance on her wigs and stuff. Great. Everyone knows California is burning down. And Whitney Cummings, 3-4 days ago, Whitney Cummings decided, I'm gonna go save the animals. And she made it her mission. She loves animals. She owns horses. She has all these animals. She claims that she's like a dog expert. She's one of these people who's like, you're not supposed to joke around with a dog. You are that dog's master, and that is the only relationship you should have with a dog. Which is really depressing. I don't get a dog because I want to boss someone around. I get a dog because I want to fall in love with the look of this animal. I want to cuddle with this animal. So, yes, I understand. Oh, yeah, technically you want to be your dog's master and it's got to be obedient and it could only eat this certain food at this certain time and you never... But what's the fucking point? I didn't get a dog just so I could be in charge of a dog. And Whitney Cummings is one of these people. Oh, my dogs are not my friends. You walk through them. It's like, what joy is that? Just commanding a bunch of dogs? You like join the military if you want to be a commander. That doesn't sound fun to me. But there are people like that. She is like that. She decided that she is going to save all the animals who are in harm's way in California. And she found out that there's this wine company called Malibu Wines. And I love this. I've been saying Malibu Wines this whole time. And they have, and I don't know if these places are related, the Saddle Rock Ranch, Malibu Safaris, Malibu Wines. I think they're all integrated somehow. I'm not sure. But everyone's saying, oh yeah, they have like a whole zoo out by Malibu Wines. And there's fires out there. So Whitney runs over to the zoo to make sure the animals are fine. And she takes a bunch of pictures and everybody's like head over heels that she's doing this. So she did start out with good intentions. However, here's the part of the story that you need to know. And this is this part of the story that you're not going to really hear anywhere because this gets dark. But I know what I saw. Whitney Cummings started off with good intentions when she went to Malibu Wines to move these animals. However, her lack of sleep and a few social media comments drove her into a psychotic episode. She had a manic break. This is true. And not many people caught it because they thought it was just Whitney being Whitney in front of a camera. So here's what happened. And there's so much that's been deleted. There's so many screenshots. And there's so many posts that are all over the place that have been deleted. So it's tough to really get you the full version of the story, but I think I've got it down. And this is what I saw. She goes to Malibu Safari to save this giraffe. Okay. Malibu Wines goes, oh, okay, we've actually got an evacuation plan for the giraffe. We are moving them. We're moving them and the rest of the animals and the horses, and everyone's going to be fine. So when he goes, okay, great. They moved the animals. The animals were fine. But Whitney was up for 2 days at this point and just started kind of freaking out. She then broke in to the Malibu Safari lot where they had moved the animals. She started trespassing on the property, claiming that the animals were still in harm's way, even though there were Malibu Farms, Malibu Safaris, and all these third-party vets were coming out and going, Whitney, everything's fine here. There's no fire coming through. The animals are fine now. Now, the story was so confusing because on social media, all Whitney's people were hearing was this side of the story of Whitney saying, I'm going to save the animals, and these people are putting them in harm's way and lying. And they're all believing Whitney. But what they really didn't realize was Whitney went psycho. And I could prove this. Well, I can't prove it because she deleted a video that I didn't expect to be deleted, where there was a stick yards and yards away, miles away from the animal. There was a stick that was still smoking from a fire, from a small fire that was on the property. And she was dragging a giant trough of water that she could barely move. She goes, is anyone going to put out this fire? Is anyone going to put out this fire? Fine. Nobody's going to. And she was manic and dragging a trough. She couldn't even get this thing over there. And she's screaming at everyone to put out a fire. There was no fire. It was like a stick that had some smoke coming out of it. And it was in no way a fire. I mean, and she was panicking and screaming. If you would have seen this video, God, I'm killing myself that I didn't record this video when I saw it. I just figured it would be up. And she's fighting with the Malibu Wines people. She's publicly writing things like, everybody go crazy, attack Malibu Wines. And her people are believing it, but something was off. Something dark was happening. And it was her lack of sleep. We've got some videos here to show you. And in fact, the story gets even weirder because Nicole Arbor went out there. Now look at this. I thought this would be deleted. This is real. Whitney, by the way, these people went home, the people who run these farms, and Whitney refused to leave their property. They're like, Whitney, please leave. This is our property. It's under control. Leave. And she's like, I am not leaving. Because she got caught up in this weird thing. Look what she starts doing to their horse. She goes over to their horse stable and does this. This is 100% real. Watch what she does.
I know this is probably pretty gross, but yes, you do have to clean your horse's penis.
She is, I'm not kidding, cleaning the penis of a random horse that was at this person's stable. She is on all fours, rubbing the dick and washing the dick in a trance, manically, for no reason. They have told her to leave this stable. And she is, watch this, she's cleaning the horse's dick. This is 100% real. This is what you do when you are spinning. People can't notice manic episodes, especially by entertainers. Entertainers are good at kind of making you think it's just their personality. But she was she couldn't figure out what to do, so she started doing weird things on the ranch. Watch this.
He's been in so many weird areas with so much wind and dirt that I'm just cleaning it out. This probably is not safe for work. And yes, you should use gloves.
So this is all, what people don't realize, this is her, she's kind of lost right now. This is her during an episode. But people can't figure this out. So all her people are like, amazing, Whitney, you are the best. Like, seriously, who would go this far to help animals? But in reality, she was having a Kanye West style tantrum freak out for about 3 days without sleeping. There's more.
But I don't have any right now. We're kind of at capacity on gloves, so I'm just doing it with my hands. This is probably disgusting, but see, all sorts of gunk comes out.
You know why you don't have gloves? Because their ranch is not open to the public, and you don't have keys to the office with all the supplies, and you've broken into the horse stable, and you start messing with their horse. It's crazy.
Do not forget to clean your horse's penis.
Look at this.
But just try to wear gloves because, there's not enough Purell in the world to make what I'm doing.
And she is right jacking this horse off. Look at this.
I know this is probably pretty gross, but yes, you do have to clean your horse's penis.
This isn't her horse. Millions of people are saying, actually, you don't do this. You don't need to clean a horse's penis while you're visiting a ranch to make sure a giraffe is safe. You don't have to start cleaning the horse's penis. He could wait a day. His penis will be fine. Even the lint trap in the dryer can wait a day. It could always wait. They say clean it after every cycle, but you could wait months. Okay? The horse's dick does not need to be cleaned today. Okay? He'll make it till tomorrow. Okay? So there was that.
Someone
Then there's
has all these Whitney tapes on YouTube. I don't know if the one that you...
maybe.
Here, I'll
Send
you a
them
link.
by. Here's another one. Look at this. Look at this acting that she does. Watch this. See if you feel the way I feel when you see this.
Saw the post about the pig that needed to get help. There it is.
She took the
You
pig.
got it. Do I have a pig now? I can't. I can't. Saw the post.
The actress. Watch this again because this is a actress move. She panned the camera pan and the... Do I have a pig now? Look at the faces she's making. Watch this.
Post about the pig that needed to get help.
Watch
There
this
it
face right
is.
here when she comes back. Watch.
You got it.
Look. Distraught.
Do I have a pig now? I
And then-
can't. I can't. Saw the post about...
Okay, do you have a pig now? Let's see some of these videos. Maybe we have some of the deleted ones. Here's a YouTube.
All right, so I'm with Stanley the giraffe. Hi. And I wanted to make sure he was okay personally, so I did sort of a jailbreak and I got up here.
Wow.
He's doing okay. It's pretty to make sure that there's no new fires that are coming because this area got completely scorched. Hi. And new fires are the concern and dust is the concern. So I'm just doing everything I can to make sure that he's okay. I know nothing about giraffes, by the way. Are they violent? You don't seem violent, buddy.
You know nothing about giraffes.
You know
Okay.
nothing about giraffes, but you're going to... I got to Malibu Wines. They should have moved this giraffe. The fires came within yards of it, literally. Please, everyone go crazy. I see no food
job,
for the
bud.
horses. I see no food for the horses. Now, remember, this is just one day. It's not like Malibu Wines just said, we're giving up this land forever. They were gone for an hour. Whitney breaks in, and now she's running over. The horses have no food. Well, why would they? What do you mean? Maybe they just ate.
Good job. You're fine.
So she's now,
You're fine.
what she did is she goes on her social media and she goes, we need hay. Can people bring hay? And then like all these people came through with trucks of hay. And they're probably overfeeding the horses. Maybe the horses just ate before Malibu Wines took off today.
You're fine. You're fine. This is how giraffes bend over. Whoa. That was fucking amazing. Dude. You're amazing. So I'm just basically throwing hay and grain to these zebras.
A zebra.
There's a couple over here too. They are going to be have some treats that I'm giving them. Come here, sweetie. I think this guy might be separated.
So while people are watching this going, Whitney's helping. Remember, this is a manic thing where she feels she needs to save the animals and she's caught in this loop. And it doesn't matter what they say. You know, people started realizing, oh, by day 3, the fires are long gone over here. By day 3, she's still on the ranch screaming and people are going, Whitney, there's no need for you to be here. And then she'll say something like, okay, well, bring in a vet to tell me that everything's fine. They go, we bought in 3 vets. She goes, I need another source. And she wouldn't leave. Let's watch a little bit more of this video and then I'm going to show you the crazy twist here.
From his friend. Come here, bud.
So we're just
Come here,
watching her
sweetheart.
feeding zebras here.
Yeah, I think they're just really stressed out. Hi. Do you have water? Hi, sweetie.
See, but the horses are fine.
Water?
They're
You want
all
some
fine.
Snacks, honey? All right.
Saddle
I don't know if
Rock
you guys
is in
can
awful
even see
shape.
this, but-
Send hay.
This whole vineyard is on fire, was on fire, still smoking and burning. Putting out as many fires as I can, the fires wherever I can. The animals are right over there, as you can kind of see. There's still some smoke. There's still little embers everywhere. I'm just trying to put them out
Oh my
wherever I can so that no new fires.
Okay.
It's
Wow.
like you're really helping with this
So,
tiny bottle of water.
I know. And those are like, really, like the rest of the city is burning down, and the firefighters have declared, yeah, those little burning embers, like you're going to have a lot of those everywhere. There's millions of those still left, but we have to move on. Those aren't going to cause another blaze. You understand? Because the blaze came through, burned all the stuff that's flammable, and now, yeah, you're going to have some embers left, but it's not going to restart. It's ash. You know what I mean? You can't, the dirt's not going to catch fire. It's good. We can't be bothered with that all day. Surely we can't, it's a giant forest fire. It's half this state of California. She doesn't understand that. And she's like, there's smoke here. Now, this story gets a little weirder here. Now, we still don't have the one of her.
I know. I didn't even
see
see
this.
that one.
All right, so
Is this different or is
No,
this the
that's
same?
the same.
Okay. Let me show you this. This was wild. Guess who decides to get involved? And this is not a good thing either. From the other side of the crazy world, guess who gets involved? Nicole Arbor, the crazy, sinister bitch. I really despise this person. I know that's like hack, but truly, she is an evil one. Nicole Arbor from Dear Fat People. Now, Nicole Arbor decides she's going to go out there and battle Whitney Cummings. We have a video that should explain it all. Look at this. This is crazy. And I haven't watched these fully, but let's watch these together.
Crazy. Hello, everybody. I'm, I just told my friend not to be crazy. I'm going live. I'm on my way back into Malibu. This is day 2 of jumping in with the animal search and rescue team. If I look super tired, it's because I am. But I got coffee, so it's helping out.
Everything about her makes my skin crawl, and I have actually gone through and figured out why. I can't list all those reasons today. I need you to trust me. She is one of the absolute worst people out there. Almost everything she does makes my skin crawl. We're not going to get into that today. Let's just hear her thing about Whitney, okay? And try to not get caught up in the hate for her, because trust me, there's a lot to hate.
Hello, everybody. Come on in. I want to address something right away, and that is Whitney Cummings has been posting a bunch of stuff about the Malibu wine safari. And to be very nice, you guys know how I talk, so I'm gonna be me, but I'm gonna try.
I am so obsessed with just saying Malibu wines. Malibu wines. I need like merch from there. Can anyone figure out if we could get Malibu wines merch? I would love a t-shirt or something to just remember this, because I've been like, ooh, Malibu wines. Malibu wines, because that's all they've been saying for the last 3 days.
Very nice for everyone's feelings.
Watch this.
I think she had good intentions in her posts, but the thing is, I rolled up there yesterday with Pawworks and some search and rescue team people, and hello everybody coming in, and the animals are safe, and they did their best job that they could have possibly done. I really believe that, like talking to them, when you can like connect with a human being and like see how upset they are. The groundskeeper
now,
did his
what's
freaking
unfortunate is she didn't break the story that Whitney Cummings is full of shit. What Nicole Arbor did is piggybacked on the story and decided to become the face of the story, which is disgusting. So there was this great story that Whitney Cummings is full of shit. She heard about it and decided, I'm going to get a camera crew and go down to Malibu Wines and prove that Whitney Cummings is full of shit. But now it kind of makes you want to side with Whitney. And that's all she's done is I'm not going to trust her, because she's deceitful.
Basically, they're just two bitches tripping over each other for the most attention.
I wish the fire would come and get rid of them at Malibu Wines. I wish they had to stay there and get their dicks cleaned.
To save the animals. The fires, you can't even fathom how fast these fires are moving. My buddy sitting here was like literally in the fires a couple days ago. Hey, cheers.
Ew.
So the fake news is that animals at Malibu Wine Safari need to be rescued, that they're being harmed, they're being mistreated. No, they're not. I went right onto the grounds.
How are you not like Faith Goldie's running mate by now? You know what I mean? You'd be perfect for the alt-right. Wouldn't she be perfect to be one of these alt-right women? She's got the perfect attitude where she could just look at you and lie with a smirk, knowing that it's a lie, going, I don't fucking... Like that Candace Owens smirk. I'm going to lie right to your face, and what are you going to do about it? Ooh. You know, that's a woman thing, where women haven't, that comes from never being hit growing up. It does, where they think they could just smile and lie to your face, you know, with that antagonizing smile. So you'd be perfect. You should really sell everything and move to the alt-right. All right, let's hear some more.
Took us in and we saw the animals, the horses. There's tons of hay, there's tons of food, there's feed, there's water, and Whitney Cummings and a bunch of other celebrities are just aimlessly reposting all the shit she posted, are saying that these animals need to be saved. No, they don't.
Wow.
And an entire team went up there to save these animals because she said that, and there was nothing that needed to be saved.
Yeah.
It's fake news. And we're on our way back right now with vets, like with wildlife vets and all these third parties who have nothing to do.
That's overstepping. I feel like you don't need to go out there. You know what I mean? Like, tweet about it from your house, but really you needed to get this hat, this firefighter hat, and you have your aviator shades, and you're wearing a tee, and you're going to bring out a group of private vets now? Come on. That's a little much. You got this idea, you put all this together? That's a crazy person who's willing to do that.
Malibu wine, nothing to do with anything, just good people helping out. And it's fake news, guys. It's 100% fake news. I'm going to be nice and say it probably started with good intentions, but it's just not accurate. There are no animals need to be saved at Malibu Wine Safari. Nobody's being mistreated. And
we're being mistreated.
We
have to go back out there.
Yeah, that's true. I gotta go back up there, put on my damn mask
DJ
and help out.
Not name, but he's probably a DJ.
Hey everyone, stay as safe as possible. Yeah, of course. So here's the thing. Yes, R.I.P. Stan Lee. For those of you who just said that, R.I.P. Stan Lee.
Wait, Stan Lee or Stanley the giraffe?
Yeah.
Not Stan Lee.
Confusing.
Stan Lee. That's for you. Shooting webs.
Oh.
I hope that people go and shoot webs all over at his funeral.
You know who she reminds me of? She is one and the same as, I think I've said this before, as there is a blonde girl who is very popular reviewing iPhones and tech. iJustine. Do you know iJustine? Very similar. They're from the same mold, these two. One pretends she's nice, one pretends she's evil and nice, but same cloth. Cut from the same cloth, that iJustine. Ooh. We might need to do an investigation into iJustine one day. Have you ever come across her? Searching iPhone updates? What's new in the new iPhone? She pops up. Very similar to Nicole Arbor. Same vibes.
I think that would be a wonderful honor. And I just want you guys to tell any of your friends that you see them reposting the photo of the giraffe in trouble or burning. It's just, that's not real. That's not a fact.
There was a photo of a giraffe burning. I need it. I need that photo. That would be wonderful. What would a giraffe do?
He's okay. And they were saying that Whitney Cummings went there, said she wanted to take a photo with the giraffe for social media to show that he's okay, and took the photos and videos, and she did her own little photo shoot to make it look like they needed to be saved. But they were fine. And people aren't taking into consideration that you can't just, when there's an evacuation, be like, okay, giraffe, let's get out of here. There's downed power lines everywhere. We could barely get through with a truck. The giraffe's neck would have been caught on freaking wires.
The neck, huh?
People just aren't thinking about this stuff, and then they're getting mad, and they're getting all social justice warriored and triggered when they just don't have the facts. So they did the best they could. There's a huge open pasture. It's all dirt.
See, this is where all these people miss. Whitney's having a manic episode. That's what you focus on. You don't start with the back and forth of who's lying or not. You look at the camera and you go, Whitney has suffered with, bipolar disorder. She's on a lot of meds here. She suffers with mental illness. She's talked about it many times on Joe Rogan. Her parents suffered with mental illness. She goes to therapy all the time for this. She's on a lot of different medications. And what we're witnessing here is kind of a little breakdown. She's having a little semi-contained breakdown, and we need to get her some help or she's going to be hospitalized for exhaustion here. I don't know why people can't see that. especially everyone in Whitney's circle. I mean, she talks about her mental health problems all the time. That's what this is.
Burn. They put the giraffe there. They put other animals out in these huge open, wide spaces so that they wouldn't get burned, and evacuated as much as they could, like, from the property. But they did their best, and they're so upset now because the media and all these people are attacking them. It's just not cool. So you guys do me a favor, because we always tell the truth.
No, wait, I gotta stop this. We've got an iJustine severe cringe clip, they're saying? Is this true? Oh, wow. iJustine cringe compilation. So people are onto this. It's not just me. Look at this. Here we go. Let's see, and you'll get these vibes. This is that same fake phony girl dancing shit that I was talking about. Let's watch. Wow. She's dancing on a plane. Everyone's like, sit the fuck down. Look at her. She's on a packed airplane doing this cringe-ass dance. And everyone's like, please, if someone was doing this on a plane, I would become a terror suspect. Wow. Look at this. Look at everybody being... And she's going to keep going with it because she's going to pretend she's a professional comedian.
Oh, what the fuck are you doing? You cocks! Is this cocksuckers beating this fucking meat?
What the hell is this? Look at this. Wow. And guess what? You know, this is perfect. I want to go through and ID each one of these people on the plane because the men with the shitty looking faces right now, boy, do they got it right. Any man who would allow this idiot to tramps through this airplane and do this corny dance, like there's a few that are like, ha ha ha, they need to be put to sleep. Because some of these guys got it right. You see back there, they're going, ugh. Those guys are cool. The rest of these guys are terrible. Look at this. What is this with this crazy cocksucker?
I think he's just editing in another
Yeah, I don't
clip.
like that. Don't goof
YouTube
around.
style.
This is like watching a PewDiePie know your TikTok meme. PewDiePie, why are you obsessed with like little kids gaming apps? He really is. He's obsessed with this app called TikTok, and he's obsessed with this song. Do you want to hear the cringiest song in the world?
No.
Send me a link.
No.
PewDiePie is obsessed with a song about a guy named Tracer. I can't even... Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Press 1 if you know what I'm talking about. Tracer, PewDiePie, TikTok. Whew. I can't even get into that. Let's go finish up her little video about Whitney Cummings. Let's see this.
If you see people posting about Malibu Wine Safari or the horses
Wow, they know.
and the giraffes and people need to be saved and they have no food and water, just kindly give them a gentle...
They know.
Shut the fuck up.
That's amazing.
You know, just for the sake of honesty and reality. And I was out here with all these dope people. Also, shout out to Nancy Cartwright, who is the voice of Bart Simpson. Yesterday, we rescued a whole bunch of animals, sheep and peacocks and birds and all sorts of stuff. 13 sheep. He was wrangling.
See how now it's all about her and she like loses her train of thought on what this is about? That's why she's an evil, evil person. Goofing around already.